Hello, good morning everyone. So today we are going to start on Python features. So let's begin with that. So first point is Python is simple and easy to learn. So why Python is become simple and easy to learn is, so suppose that if you want to print hello world, so if you want to write the code into the Java, so you have to write down almost 6 to 7 line of the code. If you see into the C language as well, also you have to write down 4 to 5 line of the code. But same code to print hello world, if you want to print into the Python, you have to write down only one line of the code. So that is the beauty of the Python. So that's the reason we can say that Python is simple and easy to learn. Easy to learn is because of it's in a like human readable format. If we can read it, and we have a less number of keywords only. Here in Python we call only one keyword print, so that is only one function to display the output. But same code, if we see into the Java, we have to call so many keywords like public, static, void, main. So these are the keywords which we are using to print the hello world. So same things I have mentioned here also, like Python is simple programming language. When we need Python program, we can feel like reading English statement. Why I mentioned this point, we can reading English statement like just like a statements only print hello world. So if the person who knows the English language, they can understand very easily what we want, what our development team want, what they want to print it, right? So that's the reason we can say that it's like a English statements only, and we have only 30 keywords in that, not much more. That like in Java we have more number of keywords, around 40 to 45 keywords are there, but in Python we have only 30 keywords. Now if you are going to compare Python with the other language, we have less number of code. You see the example here, right? So in Java you have 7 line of code to print the hello world. Same thing, if you want to print in Python, you have to write down into the one line of the code only. So that is the beauty of the Python. So that's the reason we can say that Python is simple and easy to learn. Python is free and open source. Why it becomes a free and open source? Because it's available for everyone to use it. If you want to visit this Python official websites, python.org, you can download Python very easily from there, and it's a huge amount of library. So that library you can also use it, and its source code it completely open, so that we can customize based on our requirement. Suppose that if you want to develop something and our requirement is changed, so based on that you can do the customizations as well. So now Python is become a high level programming language. So why Python is become a high level programming language is because of that it's easy to understand and easy to write. So give the example here, like you can see that here there is one function, print function. If you want to print the hello world, you can print hello world very easily, right? So it's like a English understandable language. But if you go with the machine language, machine will understand into the 0 and 1 format. That is nothing called in binary form. So it's very difficult to understand what was it's written. But in Python, if you write any code, you can read like English language. So that's the reason Python is become a high level programming language. So being a programmer, we are not required to concentrate low level activities like memory management, and how data will save into the memory, how compilation will do. So automatically these things will happen internally. So that's the reason Python has become a high level programming language. Now next point is Python is platform independent as well. Platform independent means if you write any code in your systems, and if you want to run same thing into the different systems, so you can run it very easily. Only one thing is required, they in other systems also Python should install. So from there a PVM will take care the complete responsibility. PVM is nothing called Python virtual machine. So portability. So Python programs are portable. We can migrate from one platform to another platform very easily. So next point is Python is dynamically typed. What does it mean dynamically typed? So suppose that if you are declaring any variable a equal to 10. So here you didn't explicitly call what 10 is. So what Python will understand, 10 is an integer. Like if you see that as a human being, so 10 is what? 10 is an integer. So Python will understand in that way also. So so 10 value is assigned to a, and then a is become an integer type. So instead of, suppose that instead of 10, if you write some strings like Prabhat, okay, so Prabhat is a string, right? So automatically a will change to string type. So that's the reason Python, we can say that it is a dynamically type. So we are not required to declare type for variables. Whenever we are assigning the value, based on value, type will be allocated automatically. Hence, Python is a dynamically typed language. Python will support both procedure oriented and object oriented. So what does it means, like procedure oriented and object oriented? Suppose that if you want to book any railway tickets, so you have to tell somebody, so I need to book a ticket. So for that you need to take a bus, go to the railway station, take a form, fill the form, and mention each and every details, then given to the counter, and from there you can take the ticket. So you need to tell step by step process, right? Each and every steps you need to tell them. Then based on that, they will perform some action. So that is the procedure way. And in object oriented, what does it mean? Like you have to tell, right, I need to book the ticket. So now it's their key responsibility how they will book the ticket. Either they will go through bus, either they will go through the cab, or either they will go for their own vehicles. So it's their responsibility. So that's the reason we can say that Python will support both procedure and object oriented also. So that's the reason, like if our requirements, like if you go for the any business, and based on our requirement we can decide which way we need to use the Python language. Either we can use required procedure way, or either we can object oriented, and that they provide more security to the Python also. Now Python is interpreted language also. Why Python is an interpreted language? So Python will read when it will go for the compilation. So what compilation PVM will do it? So it will read the line by line code. Okay, so that's the reason we can say that Python is an interpreted language. Language. So internally, Python compiler will take care the compilation part. Okay. So now Python is extensible. Extensible means, suppose that you develop something on Java or something on C Sharp. Okay. So from there you can use Python code. So you can use Python as well also. That's the reason it's an extendable code also. So through few libraries like Iron Python, through that also you can like club C Sharp and Python code together. And Python is used on embedded systems also. Embedded systems, we can say that, like if you develop any chip or like embedded programming, so like in aeroplane we can saw that, right, everything is in form of embedded. So there also we can use Python language. And Python is have extensive library, because in the market there are so many libraries. Like if you go for the AI ML, and either we can go for the like testing sites also, there's a lots of library like PyTorch, OpenCV, PyTest, unit test, everything's are there for the Python. So we can use like NumPy, Pandas, these are the libraries, these are the packages we can use it for the Python for the development purpose. So these are the features of the Python. So just quick recap: Python is simple and easy to learn. Python is free and open source. Python have a high level programming language. It's a platform independent, it's portable, it's a dynamically typed, both it supports both procedure and object oriented as well. It's an interpreted and extensible, and it's used in embedded development work also. It's have a huge amount of library. So that's it for the today. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.